Okay, as finish off, let me finish with some data over here. I was researching a bit. As Ken was saying, when managing hedge funds, whatever, is the biggest goal for any trader investor to start one. So just some data. I've been trying to look for actual data, but different sites showing different data. But just to look, I want to show you guys, as you said, what it takes to become what are the rewards of being consistent, good trader, and the success in this financial world. So I want to show, just to list top 10 or what, biggest hedge funds, how much they have, and then 2021's Forbes list of hedge fund traders, hedge fund managers.
Is a Forbes list just for traders?
Because it's Tokyo the other day over here, but I'll show you. So this one has
exceptional money returns
for 2021.
Okay.
Forbes 400. So that's on the list. But anyway, so for Investopedia, the world's top 10 hedge fund firms. Okay. So according to Investopedia now, so number one, they've put BlackRock. Okay, BlackRock Advisors. So BlackRock is known as the largest money investment manager in the world, with about $8 trillion total. $1 trillion. But they're saying over here they have BlackRock Fund Advisors, which has about 1.9 trillion assets. But then they have an internal hedge fund. So they have an internal hedge fund started in 1994 that handles $789 billion.
It's the biggest hedge fund, right?
Yeah, it's internal inside BlackRock. Then we have another one that I've never heard of. This one is new. It's called AQR. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah,
AQR.
I think I've heard
of it. AQR Capital Management. It's based in Greenwich, Connecticut, and uses quantitative analysis. This is the quants, almost like Renaissance. So AQR has, as of March 31st, 2020, they had about $164 billion under management. Number 3, the guy we look up to, Bridgewater Associates by Ray Dalio. They're also in Connecticut. Them they trade pension funds, foreign governments, central banks, university endowments, and
individuals.
They don't do it individuals. Them they have, as of March 27th, 2021, $154 billion under management.
And like there is no returns. There's no returns.
Over here they've not shown. It's just a list of those top. And how much they have. Renaissance Technologies, this one is by our guy Jim Simons.
Comes in at number 4.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Hakuna
pesa yote hivyo? Yes, how much?
As of June 3rd, 2021, 130 billion assets. 130 billion, and it's growing. Mathematicians, Jim Simons. Another one called Man Group. This British hedge fund has more than 230 years of trading experience.
Serious?
230.
That's what I'm saying. Started in 1784.
Wow.
Imagine. Also, I'm looking at these things. They have, as December 31st, 2020, Man Group has $123 billion under management.
Just before you go, just a point. Jim Simons, that thing was, Jim Simons has made 104 billion profits from the markets. Hiyo ni profits kwanza. Hata si yes fund. Hiyo kwanza ni fund mingi sana huko nje. That's just purely profits. That's like outstanding, man.
Because for Jim Simons, him is crazy. Because he doesn't take out people. It's just internal money.
Yeah, internal
more
money,
or less.
Yeah.
And he's the best performing among all those people.
The best performer.
Tutafika hapo Forbes. Yeah, crazy. So the next one, Elliott Management. Let me move.
Paul Singer.
Yeah, founded by Paul Singer in 1977. As of this November 13th, 2020, they have $73 billion. Two Sigma, I'm sure you've heard of Two Sigma.
Yeah.
Two Sigma, $68 billion under management. Millennium Management, they have $42 billion under management. Started in 1989. So most of these people just started in 1980s, 1970s.
Yeah, that's when hedge funds started, most of them.
Yeah.
Picking
that's
up.
when the world started of hedge funds.
We have another one called Davison Kempner Capital Management at $7 billion. Citadel, our guy, has about $33 billion under management. And so that list for top 10 for them ends there. And then now, richest Forbes. So this is the topic. The richest hedge fund managers on the 2021 Forbes 400 list.
Yes.
This year. So the wealth of hedge fund managers. I'm just repeating myself.
That's not their performance.
Not really. It's just showing the list. Okay, so listen to this. It's a good year to be a hedge fund billionaire. Today, Forbes released 2021 edition of the Forbes 100 list of the richest people in the United States, and the 25 wealthiest hedge funders are worth a combined $220 billion.
Elon Musk bado yani hata ukicombine hao. How rich is this man, bro? Umecombine wase 30 billionaires.
25 wealthiest hedge
And
funders.
what can you learn from that?
In terms of
Like when I just think about it, I always think about there are very few people who take up everything. Like ile Matthew principle. Hata kwa rich people.
Matthew effect.
Fact, this law is for every. Continue. I'll remember
finish
the
off
law.
with it.
I'll remember the law.
So, hedge funds. So the hedge fund in the first half of 2021, hedge funds have returned an average of over 10%. Over 10%. Hakuna mjinga anatafuta 100% in these markets. Anyway, the bar for the entry of the 25 richest hedge fund managers increased to nearly 3 billion this year. So, kaunta kwa hiyo list. Ujikaze. Anyway, what are their net worths? Number 1, your guy, Jim Simons, $24 billion. He's the 28th richest person in the Forbes 400. Hey, my friend. Number 2, our guy, Ray Dalio. Panda. So Jim Simons' net worth in 2020 was 23.5. Now he's 24.4. Ray Dalio in 2020, his net worth was 16.9. Now in 2021, 20 billion.
4 billion.
Added 4 billion. Number 3, Kali Khan. 2020's net worth was 14 billion. Now it's 16.6. All these guys are up. Ken Griffin, 16 billion. Now it was 2020 was 15. Now it's 16 billion. Steve Cohen, 16 billion as of 2021. David Tepper, 15.8 billion.
If you don't know Steve Cohen and you watch Billions, that is the Axe guy. Axe guy is the Steve Cohen, but that's drama.
More or less, yeah. David Tepper, 15.8 billion. Israel Englander. I think I had Israel Englander first from you, Ken. I think you're telling me the guy for Millennium Management at that time.
Na Leon Kupamana huko.
Wait, we're number 7.
Kupa manako hapana.
Acha tuona. Let me reach top 10, I see. So Israel is worth 10.5 billion. Chase Coleman, 10 billion. George Soros, the man who made 1 billion in one day, 8.6 billion.
Soros.
David Shaw, D.E. Shaw, the guy. If you don't know D.E. Shaw, he hired what's his name? Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos was working for him.
Jeff Bezos was working for him. D.E. Shaw back then in his company, in his hedge fund, and yeah. But anyway, David Shaw is worth $7.5 billion. Hey, number 11, Paul Tudor Jones.
Hey,
PTJ, 7.3 billion. Hey, your guy, Msewenyu, number 12, Stanley Druckenmiller. Last year he was 4 billion, now he's 6.8.
Wazona mikupesa.
Grow.
Kwa hii market tu yani.
Same market. John Overdeck, 6.5 billion. David Siegel, 6.5 billion. Philip Lafnot, 6.5. Our guy, Bruce Kovner.
Bruce Kovner got 6.62.
Michael Marcus aliachwa wapi na jamaa? Alimfunza kama mwacha.
Paul Singer is on the list, uko 4.3 billion. Daniel Loeb, I first saw him on that Phineas thing. We'll put a link below, 4 billion. John Paulson is the only hedge fund manager this year to go down. But him is retiring, 4 billion. Anyway, so the list goes on and on and on.
Interesting.
Ackman, 3.1 billion.
Bill.
So anyway, that's the goal, guys.
That's the goal.
Billionaire. And as we keep saying, the financial world has the most billionaires in the world.
Yes.
In any industry, that they want to top on the list of billionaires. There are about 2,000 billionaires. So far I've listed around 25 of them.
But let's not forget the probabilities of becoming a billionaire in Africa.
Hey, don't forget, we gave that data some time back.
But I feel like that will change very, very soon.
In terms of, you believe developing countries are coming up?
Very, very fast. Very, very
So what was your point, Ken? Have you remembered?
I'm trying to remember. But the point was,
You're
And
talking
I've
about
actually
Matthew
told
effect
that.
or something.
No,
What are you
it's
going
not Matthew. I've actually remembered. It's the idea that for every 100 writers, 10 writers are responsible for it. It's a square root law. I'll remember it, then I'll tell you. But the point is, for like the first 10 wealthy people, there's one person who's wealthy like all these 10 people combined.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, like for the first 10 best writers, what they're accomplishing can only is what 100 people combined will do. Like it's a power law. Like as you go higher on that competence hierarchy, you tend to have much more. But it's not the Matthew effect. I'll tell you that next time.
the Matthew effect, of course, is different to what you're saying.
I'll find it. Tell you.
What is the Matthew effect now, since you've mentioned it?
The Matthew effect is that for those who have, more will be given unto them, and for those who don't have, even the little you have will be taken away from you. If you come to the markets, for those who are making money, even more will be given unto them. For those who are losing,
Even what they have will be taken.
it's not us. You only lawyer Jesus. Think about it.
It's a parable by Jesus, which is very true.
Amen.
So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for listening. It was interesting.
For listening to us.
Yeah, and we'll see you in the next podcast. So have a wonderful weekend and enjoy your trading week. Peace.
Hallelujah.